Oh, that was the best thing that I mean, honestly, two great things are happening for me right now. Okay. First off, because of my camera setup, I have it kind of sort of figured out.
Yeah.
I hear Judy see herself and just the reaction of, ugh.
No, it's because okay, so when I just saw my reflection, it was like the inverted version. Like it's you know how there's the thing where
You're like, no, evil you, no, ah.
it is evil me. And that's like people on TikTok say that's how other people see you. And I'm like, God, I feel so bad. Like that's what it looked like to people. Like I'm all
Judy,
lopsided.
we
Like you ever
gotta
realize like you have like a lopsided face if you do like an inverted, I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
we gotta start being nice to ourselves, calling ourselves lopsided. Go do some positive affirmations right now. This, oh
Right
man, the
now.
second thing I'm very excited about is that there's a real man here, live. He's doing his things, taking his pills, his manly pills.
You know,
Men
get,
sort their pills, okay? We
getting
don't
ready for the week. Yeah.
They don't leave it to chance, okay? They make sure Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, pills done.
Yeah, that's what we do around here.
Welcome to a conversation with Judy and Ryan right here on youtube.com not forward slash, just at TABPOD. Check us out on all of the audio platforms. Just look for a conversation with Judy and Ryan. We're the only ones out there. Okay, I
We are
promise you.
the only ones out there.
I promise you that. So last week's episode was something.
Yeah.
Uh, I got off. My brother listened to the show,
Okay.
and all he had to say to me was, "Bro, it was very manic."
Okay. Very, very manic is
Right
okay.
now, don't get me wrong. I understand. Last week's show is what I call a candle show, right? And what
Mm-hmm.
I mean by that is a candle will flicker most violently when you blow it out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was me. Just somebody was on me the entire show last week. Just I'm gonna get this motherfucker to go out. That was me last week.
Yeah.
But to say it was manic, I
Mm,
mean, that makes me feel like you're talking about my mental integrity. I don't
right.
appreciate that. Alex, you
Yeah.
said that the show would be better with you so far. Just making me feel worse about myself. And we don't do that to people, Alexander.
We sure don't.
Nuh-uh. You know what we
You know what I
do?
just realized?
What?
I go, why is my microphone like over here? Let me just remove this bitch.
I was gonna say you did sound real
Sorry.
bad, but every
Sorry.
time I say anything about it, everyone is like, shut up. So
Sorry. I forgot because we were on FaceTime and I was just using my AirPods and I was like, oh, let me
oh, by the
move.
way, the worst situation ever. I have to, because last week I connected Alex's earbuds to my phone. And so,
Yeah.
for whatever reason, when you called, it was just like, oh, we're connecting to her earbuds now.
She's like,
You guys have,
hey, Judy's on my earbuds. I was like, oh, hey.
I mean, she's already decorating the group chat. Did you
Did you?
see this?
Yes. I was like, oh, how cute. She put little stars and she changed our group chat to like our podcast name. I was like, wow, look at Alex go. She's really taking on this EP role. And you know what? You love to see it.
Yeah, I would love to see it if like it was actually helping us. And I say that because look, I'm Alex, I don't know if I'll get to you again, okay? Like honestly, it was unnecessary. I'll just leave it at that. It was unnecessary. Manic. Manic? What are you talking about, Alex? I'm not manic. If anything, I'm bipolar. Come on. So I had a plan for this week. I really
Okay.
did. I was sticking to it. I had everything edited on Sunday. Oh no, I'm sorry. On Monday, I had everything edited and uploaded, right? And I was like, on Tuesday, I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna edit a bunch of stuff. And on Wednesday, I'm gonna edit that stuff into shorts for TikToks, and then I'm gonna send it all. And by Thursday, I'm gonna be able to be like, "Here, Judy, I got everything for you. Everything you've been wanting, everything you've been asking for. Here it is." Okay. And then somebody got sick. Now, I don't know if you remember last week's episode in which I recanted the story of our executive producer talking about how the bastard got her sick.
Right. Yes.
But what started off as a small cold turned into one of those like, you're actually sick. You can't go to work like for a full day, stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And I love this woman so much. I really, really I love you, love. You know I do. But she is the biggest baby when she's sick. You know how men are usually classified as like when we get sick, we need everything done for us. And
Right.
that's her, except that when I'm not around, she's also doing everything she can to essentially not get better. Right? She's working all day because she works from home. She's
Yeah.
not taking any medicine. She is on her lunch break doing chores, washing dishes, and doing laundry. Look, I'm not saying that I don't appreciate all that stuff. But what I am saying is I would appreciate having a healthy wife or fiance or whatever it is, but I don't. Bye! Bye, real man!
He waved bye to you.
I saw it. I had to. By the way, real quick sidebar, proud of myself for not going full real man in our production meeting because he's been there the whole time and I was able to keep it in. I kept it in until it was important, until it was showtime. Yeah. So, all right.
Very proud. Very proud.
Thank you. Appreciate me. And you did. I appreciate it. So she's doing all these things that are not making herself better. But then when I get home, she turns into a baby in which I have to do everything or make her not do everything. And also I have to be with her every minute of every hour until she falls asleep. And then I can maybe sneak away, except, she didn't take any NyQuil. So she's going to wake up as soon as I get out of the bed because she can't breathe. So she's essentially only half asleep anyway. So... And I told her last night too, I was like, yo, for an executive producer, you really do keep me from my work. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Shut up.
Oh, is she still sick?
No, she's laughing.
Oh, okay.
She likes to listen. Shut up. You will be sorry. Everyone's getting the belt. You're not gonna belt me. She's putting on a brave face. She knows what happens as soon as the cameras go off. She's not so okay. I mean, he is because she's essentially, a Latina Betty Crocker. But I told her that she was that. What are you doing with the chair?
I'm trying to. I don't like it. I don't like when it's like out like that.
Okay, fair enough. Do your feng shui. I don't judge. But she doesn't like being called Betty Crocker. So now I've started calling. I don't know. I think it's honestly between you and me. I think for her it's a little too white. Like a little too Anglo. If we're
okay. So then what's the new one?
So I've started calling her Senorita Salsa. Which you would think she would hate.
Yeah.
Dead ass, she said to me, I like it better.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, there you go.
Yeah, exactly. Like
There you go.
sometimes the gift hits you in the mouth and you just got to take it.
Right.
So going back, all week I've been wanting to do this stuff, and all week I have been essentially dragged to the bedroom so that someone doesn't have to be alone at about 8:30.
Yeah.
So that's why we still are not posting anything on anywhere except
It's
for
all
I
right. It's all
I do
right.
want to give you credit though, Judy, because you were posting the new episode. I saw you posted some stuff for the new show on Twix, you
Yes.
know, at TABPOD, also on Twix. Judy's out there. She's ripping and roaring. She's getting stuff done.
I'm getting it done. Getting it
Yep.
done for y'all. At least for our Twix fans.
Yes. All four of you.
Yes. I
But
know
I
a lot
will
of people hopped off after it turned into X. So I'm like, maybe I should just start posting it on threads also. I gotta like move over to that side.
I mean, how long do you think Threads is really going to last for?
I don't know.
Like, I feel
I don't know.
like I I know that a lot of people jumped off when it became X. I understand that.
Hmm.
However, Threads is still the thing from Facebook.
Yeah,
Like, I honestly feel like the only reason people still hold Instagram so close is because it had been so established with people before it was bought by Facebook.
true. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so yeah, that was my week. Just a lot of her being sick. You know,
Yeah.
um,
Damn. It's all right. Keith was also sick. Like Monday night, Tuesday. He like called in sick Tuesday. I was like, no, don't get me sick. Like, no, but he's already over it. I'm in the clear, so I think it was
dude,
just like a head cold thing.
I wish my job had like a reserve of people to call in as substitutes. You know, there's too many absences in my office, man.
Still.
I oh, like I don't know. Like they hired one girl, and I don't know why, because she has some kind of disease that keeps her from answering the phone. I don't know. I don't know if you understand how the insurance emporium works, but 90% of the job is on the phone.
Where do y'all
Um,
find these people?
bro, I honestly feel like there's one posted job for like come find work, but it's like the same way you see those signs for shitty houses that are for flips, where
Yeah.
it's like house will sell for only 100K, worth 450K. I feel like it's the same thing. Come work at the insurance emporium. We'll hire anyone.
Clearly. It's probably what it says on like their Indeed post or something.
Right. So there's that person. There's the another person who is a really kick-ass employee, but she has had car trouble, and by car trouble, her car has not worked for about 2 months now.
Oh, damn.
So in the aspect of this, she obviously is missing an F ton of days. But then
Right.
also on the days where she does show up because she's getting a ride, she shows up like on average 30 minutes late
Okay.
and or has to leave 30 minutes early.
Well, at least I mean, at least she shows up, I
No,
guess.
like I'm
Right?
saying, it's like I get that. We just and then also one of the managers has been out all week because she needed to fly to Mexico to get some dental work done. I can't I can't make these stories up. I was telling my mom today
Yeah.
about the person who hit me last week with the fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Right? I
Yeah.
wish that had been a made up story. I really do. I don't want to have to I don't want to have to live these things. Guess what? I had to live something else over the weekend.
Oh no. And over the weekend.
Over the weekend,
Okay.
um So Asher, and I haven't told anyone this story yet except for Alex. So there you go, bro. That's how I cap it off for you this week. Is you're the only other person who I told this to because we were at a birthday party for one of Asher's friends.
Mm-hmm.
And something happened that was so mind wrenchingly painful for me.
Yeah.
But I had to hold it in because of the circumstances at being at a child's birthday party with my family.
Right.
That the only thing I could do was when my brother called, I went to a different section to talk to him and tell him what was happening in my brain. Because I went to Asher's friend's party and I'm 90% sure that I hooked up with that person's mom at some point.
Stop. Okay.
And so to be fair to this person, by hooked up, I mean like we hardcore made out. Nothing more than that, I don't think. God, I hope not. I hope not, just because I hope I'm remembering it correctly. But so yeah, so that happened. I'm 99% sure of that. But what really also, so just so everyone knows, the reason I think this is because uh this person dead ass looks just like them, and they have the same first name, but they're married now. So
Right.
I would have felt weird being like, hey, what's your maiden name? I don't know.
How do you
Hey,
just ask somebody that, right? Like,
thanks for inviting me to your kid's birthday. Hey, what name were you born under? Oh,
what name were you born under? You should have been like, hey, are you blah blah blah?
I
Like,
honestly,
hey,
so
blah blah
the other
blah.
part of that, so there's two other parts, right?
Okay.
So the first part is if I bring this up in front of our executive producer,
Right.
I am now going to have to be dealing with a somewhat jealous executive producer because that's how she is. She's a jealous person. It's what makes her
Yeah.
love so hard. And that's part of, why I love her. But I was not ready. Like, I wasn't ready to confront that part even, right?
Yeah, right.
Because there's another part to this story.
Oh, there's more. Okay.
I may. Hi. She's staring at me so hardcore right now. By the way, all this stuff happened like 15 years ago. Okay. The statute of limitations is over. I cannot get for this. I cannot get in trouble for this. Say it.
Continue.
Say it. Continue. Not until I am bored of any prosecution.
This specifically.
Okay, and anything that stems from it. Cool. So I may have also had sex with her sister.
Wow, you just get around now, don't you, over here?
Look, it's not as bad as it sounds. Okay, it's not. Okay.
Honestly, I'm just gonna say, did you know they were sisters? Well, first of all, you don't really know if it was her, right? But then it was the sister for real.
At the time it happened, yes, I did.
Okay.
All right, look, here's a scenario, okay? So that you calm down too. Here's a scenario. She's not gonna calm down.
Tell us the scenario.
Night. This is my entire night. As soon as this gets done, you know what's gonna happen? She's gonna stab me with some chopsticks. Not anywhere vital, just enough to make it hurt. Okay.
Guess someone else is getting the belt tonight.
Yeah. Everyone is getting the belt tonight. Oh, so it's like sophomore year of high school. and I am talking to I don't want to use anyone's name, so we will call uh the mom from the birthday mom, and we will call the sister, okay?
Yeah.
So it's sophomore year and I meet sister in one of my classes, and over the course of literally, it felt like the entire year, we're doing that, like, will they, won't they? This is so stupid high school type love shit. Mostly because I was a big pussy. Okay. Big,
Right.
big
Fair.
pussy in high school. So eventually, like, that culminated in us hooking up, right? But we never dated. And honestly, it's except for the fact that my life ended up so amazing and I'm so happy. I'm so happy in every moment that I have in this life right now. And I'm in no way under any kind of threat of harm. I make these words of my own accord. Uh, but it is one of my regrets that I never dated her, right? Just because it just is one of those things where it's, man, I probably screwed up that. But the reason I never dated her, and this is another factor, this doesn't factor into, I don't know, her sister probably knows about this. I would have told this story a billion times. But one time I went over to her house and her parents let me drink a lot.
Oh.
Right.
Okay.
There was really, like, honestly, people talk about how bad the 70s and 80s were and how, as well, the early 2000s were just as bad, man. Y'all let us do whatever. Oh, it's fine that you drink as long as it's in my house, as long as you're doing it in here.
Yeah.
So
and don't drive and just stay here.
Yeah. So I got drunk at her house or her parents' house. Because remember, high school. And I got sloppy drunk, though, where I was like throwing up, I'm pretty sure. And they had to just throw me into a room.
Yeah.
And, oh, hold on.
It's happening again. What?
Hold on. Sorry. Hey.
What's up? Hi, Honey Bear.
Hi, Honey Bear. You're live on the podcast.
Who is Honey Bear?
Actually?
Yes, you actually are.
Who's Honey Bear?
So
you decided to give some talent.
I'm Honey Bear because he just likes to come up with random pet names for me. This is Alex, my brother. He claims that the more time he gets on this podcast, the more famous we will be. And I really wish that I was had planned this in any way, shape, or form. This is just luck because I just finished complaining about you.
Well, tell him I said hi.
My ears were burning.
Judy says hi, by the way.
Oh, hi, Judy.
But hey, I do have to go. I just didn't want to give you the bitch button again.
Okay.
But I love you, and I will talk to you later.
I love you.
Bye.
Too. Congratulations on having a really successful episode.
Yay! Thanks. I can't wait for you to watch it and or listen on YouTube at TABPOD and on all the audio broadcasting platforms: Amazon, Apple, Google, Spotify, and of course, Apple.
Love you, dude.
Love you. Bye. Okay. Where was I?
You were really drunk and thrown into a random bedroom.
Yeah, so I was thrown in a random bedroom, woke up the next day. I feel like I woke up real early and I just slinked out of the house and wanted to disappear for the rest of my life. So, so you could say there's a history with that family.
And did you not know going into the birthday, like whose birthday it was? Or?
I knew no, because it's Asher's classmates, right?
Okay, yeah, fair.
He's now in second grade. Right. So some of the kids from last year are there, but some are not.
Some are new. Right. Okay.
And honestly, like, I know like 3 pairs of parents. And the reason is because I've seen them 75 times. So I've told you, it is hard for me to be out in public with people that I don't know
Yeah.
because I end up feeling like I need to make these people laugh. And if I don't make them laugh, I feel even worse, like, oh, now you're just being a clown for no fucking reason, Brian. Right. So I end up instead just kind of being on my own and not interacting with anyone. So there's like 3 pairs of parents that I've seen at all of these functions that, by the way, they are so much better at this stuff than me. They're schmoozing and, hey, what's up? Oh, did you hear about this with the teacher? Fuck homework. I'm about the free love stuff. Like, so much better. And out of conversations, because that's my other fear too, is that I'm gonna get stuck in a conversation with someone that I just really don't want to talk to. But I'll also, it'll be a kid's birthday party. I don't want to be that parent that's like, yo, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Right? Because and then
I'm just here for my son.
And then 2 minutes later, happy birthday to you. I'm not about that.
Right.
So I just keep to myself. And that's why I know no parents. But yeah, I know I might know this parent. So the only person who knew that story until today was my brother, because he was the only person that I told, because I was freaking out when everything was happening internally, because I didn't Did
anybody recognize you? Like, so nobody recognized you.
No, look at me. I look so different than how I used to look. I used to have clean shaven features, no tattoos, short
hair. Yeah.
Plus I've recently been doing what would you call a guy who wears his hair up and in the back?
Like a man bun?
Okay, man bun, fair enough.
Yeah.
It's not like I've been wearing it like a man bun. I personally like to call it a top knot, even though it's not a top knot. And the reason for that is because I'm not bunning anything. So really, it's more of a high pony, but whatever. Whatever.
But I think the way your hair is so curly, it bunches up, then it just kind of makes its own little bun.
It does look like a little rabbit tail. That's fair. So I've been wearing my hair like that lately, keep getting a lot of compliments on it. So I'm going to keep doing it. Although I talked to her about this the other day. When my mom saw it for the first time, she did the thing where like she had to like hit me in the head a little bit and touch it. And I'm just like, why you got to touch my hair? Why? Every time. She's like, I don't know. It's so nice. I just need to. Ah.
Okay.
She's like a baby kitten that comes across a dog, and she's just like, oh, what is that?
What is that? Yeah.
And paws the shit out of it. And the dog is just there getting clawed to shit, just being like, no, it's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, that's my pets.
See?
I see it every day. Yeah.
Oh, so
that's funny.
So
wow.
No one recognizes me because I look
fun birthday party.
Yeah, it was super fun for me. You know, look, honestly, Asher had a blast. He got to jump on trampolines the whole time. I think that the birthday girl might have a little bit of a crush on him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess it runs in the family.
That would be even more awkward down the line.
Oh God, I can't wait for that wedding. Oh, hey, so is your aunt coming to this thing? Or... Thank God. So the sister didn't show up.
Oh, okay. I thought she was there too.
No. The sister was not at the birthday party. I was worried about that too. I was like, God damn, if she shows up, then I'm gonna be in trouble. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hang out in a corner all night if this happens.
Was Alex with you at this party, or was she sick?
Yes. No, she was there.
She was there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, because the sickness, like she had a cough, but the sickness didn't kick in until like probably after the party, because she was around so many kids and her immune system was already kind of jacked up. So
yeah. Sounds about right.
But yeah, so the mom was there, and I'm pretty sure that the two older people were those same parents that I had met. But remember,
years ago.
Remember, it was years ago, and I got very drunk.
Wow,
So
that's fun.
yeah, yeah, and because the little girl likes Asher so much, I'm going to have to invite her to his birthday party. I'm really hoping that that's like dad has to take, like mom's working that day. You know who else is really hoping that? Our executive producer.
Oh man, that's great.
It's great. By the way, next
Wow.
week's show is canceled because I'm murdered. I'm just gonna be murdered.
That's
So
crazy how I mean, I never thought about that because since I've left Vegas, like I will never run into any of the guys like I've ever like dated or hooked up with type thing. So
been
like
here
that.
since second grade.
Like,
Lots,
no.
lots of people. Okay.
Yeah, lots of people.
And you
And
know what?
that's
This
crazy.
the party, and don't get me wrong, I get it. Maybe it was just the best price place they could find or whatever.
Yeah.
But the party was all the way on the other side of town. It's not around anywhere that I have hung out. I used to hang out.
Right.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Because I expect to run, because I live in the neighborhood essentially that I grew up in, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But so I expect to see people around here,
Yeah.
but not if I'm driving 20 minutes north just to come back into my life like the spirit of Christmas death.
Oh, that's great. What a great opener.
It's a opener, 30-minute story.
I know. Wow.
Did you watch any of the Untold stuff?
I've watched a lot of them, but nothing recently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Because we were going to talk about that last week. I really
Yes.
don't think there's much to talk about, so I think we can shoehorn it in real quick.
Go. Yeah. Let's do it.
Johnny Manziel
Uh-huh.
stuff was
Seen it.
okay. Like it was a good view of like I'll put it this way. I don't think it gave people that redemption arc that you usually want to find in one of these things, but I do think that it just told the story of, yeah, I was doing a lot of dumb shit for a lot of dumb reasons.
Yeah.
And
well, I never thought that the untold stories were like redemption stories, but
no.
thing...
I'm just, when I mean redemption story real quick, I just meant like, usually when you have a story like Johnny Manziel in which he flames out so spectacularly, your ending is, and he got sober and now runs his Christian youth group every Sunday while speaking to orphan children.
Yeah, no.
You know, but instead Johnny's just like, yeah, I still like getting drunk. And his mom is just like, he can't live anywhere. He has to stay with us. We're here for the rest of our lives.
What just makes me laugh about that episode was nobody like in the media ever fact checking anything that he said? Like, okay, so I think it was this his Heisman was the same year as and Manti Te'o got nominated also for the Heisman. And I'm not sure if you've seen his untold story.
No, I didn't see it, but I know what happened.
Oh my God. Well, no, you have to watch the untold story because there's so much more to like the layers. Like we know.
I don't no. So I don't disagree with you as far as, I'm just telling you on my own person. I'll watch it. My own person. I was working in sports media when that was going down. So I had to have a closer look at it than others normally would have. I'll still go. It's probably a more in-depth thing than what I know, and I'll go check it out eventually. Yeah. But I know a lot.
But no, okay. So sorry. So going back, like people are, like when Johnny's rep or whoever, his best friend said like that Johnny's parents were just rich. Like, did nobody not look up like whether or not his family was actually rich? They just kind of believed this Texas boy, born and raised type thing was just rich in Texas.
So
What?
what I would say as far as finding out if someone's rich is that it's really hard to know with all the different ways that you can acquire money. It really is hard to know if someone or someone's family actually has money. But what I will say is that if he came from money, like they were saying, to your point,
Right.
then he wouldn't have grown up in a small town ass ditch that he grew up in. Like, I feel like he would have had a much nicer house growing up or something like that. So 1,000%. But at the same time, I'm going to be honest with you. It's all like a tongue in cheek type thing. Reporters don't want to actually know where they're getting the money from because up until the NIL deals and everything like that, they knew that the athletes were getting screwed over. So, and like they said in the doc, the athletes aren't doing anything illegal, right? They're doing stuff that breaks the rules of the NCAA. Yeah. Okay, whether you want to agree with it or not, obviously most people disagreed with it, which is why it's completely changed now with NIL. But they're not doing anything illegal. So I honestly think all the people who would do all those investigations outside of the NCAA are just like, why would we do that? This kid is finally benefiting from something that everyone else is benefiting from, including us, because the more we write about him, the more clicks we get or views or whatever.
Exactly.
So, I do think that because there's also like stories about that. I was listening to something today where you'll have where journalists will have conversations with athletes, bless you, and there's like you don't have to say certain things or off the record to know, you know what, if I want to keep this as a strong relationship, I'm just not going to put this thing out there.
Right. Yeah.
And is that kind of crossing the line as to what a journalist is? Yeah, but guess what? That's the world that we live in. We have Adam Schefter, who is supposed to be, and I'm not saying anything about his credibility, but he is supposed to be 100% above board with all of the information he leaks, and he now literally works for a sports book because
he does.
ESPN partnered with Penn Gaming, right? So the sports book aspect. So literally anytime he drops a story, it's going to move a line. There's too much. There's too much togetherness on that. You can't do anything about it though. So you just have to hope that everyone uses the best integrity that they have. Right.
Right. You're right.
So,
sure.
So I watched that one. I honestly haven't seen a bunch of the Untolds. The one that I'm glad I didn't watch was the Florida one.
I watched it. I watched all 4 parts.
How'd you like it?
I wish there was more drama. I was really hoping like more drama. Like, please give us more Aaron Hernandez stories.
So,
but no, they didn't.
So I will give you that it's hard to do. Maybe it's hard to do Aaron Hernandez because all of his stuff. Now there is the conjecture that he might have murdered someone while he was on the team, but all of his stuff that he went to jail for happened years later, right?
Right.
But during Urban Meyer's time at Florida, there were 40 arrests.
Right.
40.
Yes, they mentioned.
Telling me that
he said like every week there was something.
And I also feel like, and I could be getting the dates wrong on this, but I feel like Cam Newton was on one of those Florida teams.
He was on 1 year.
Yeah, and then he got kicked off. Like, there's so much drama. We already know that you guys were good. We already know that you did all this stuff. We want to know. Yeah, but drama. Because, Urban Meyer needed everyone to know what an amazing guy he was since he fucked up so badly in Jacksonville. All right. Yeah. When we come back, I have a couple more ways in which I want to be famous. Plus, Rob Saleh makes an appearance on this show for the 3rd week in a row. I'm not kidding you. It is a conversation.
3rd week in a row.
With Judy and Ryan. Sorry, Judy. During the break, somebody had not a conversation, but she had some words with me.
Okay.
By the way, welcome back to A Conversation with Judy and Ryan. Please check us out on YouTube while I'm still alive at TABPOD. All of the audio platforms available to you: Amazon, Apple, Spotify, Google. at me. By she, I mean our executive producer looked at me and just, when were you going to tell me? And I said, I was like, after I said it on the air. And I will say it like this, okay? I'm not going to say that I made the correct decision, but I made the right decision for the show because I have an issue in which I have a need to tell these stories more than once. But if I tell it too many times, it loses its luster in my mind and I stop telling it as invigorously. So I wanted the first time that I actually told the story, because remember, when I'm talking to Alex, I'm not telling him a story or anything. I'm just living it in the moment.
Yeah,
and
you're like,
him
bro, right.
Yeah, this is happening, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted the first time that I told the story to be here. Now, like I said, I understand that probably was not the correct decision.
Why does it look like you're reading one of those apologies? Like your lawyer wrote you.
Is that a semicolon?
Am I supposed to put an emphasis here?
Because I'm thinking, okay? Because I don't want to look. Because look, part of everything is that when I look at myself, it makes me want to amp up and everything. And the way with everything is set up, I'm having to look straight at myself, even though the camera's here. And I'm trying to be serious, okay? I'm trying to get across why it was important for me. And look, I also understand that at no point am I going to be correct. At no point is it going to be okay that I did not share the story with my beloved first.
Okay.
But the content. We need the content, Judy.
I know. We do it for the content. Yes.
And I'm sure that I will have to have many conversations regarding this. And I'm sure that I will have to stay up many hours past my bedtime discussing this. Which you women love to do. You love to have conversations when you know that we're dead tired. It's like, oh, you're not feeling good, are you? Now let's talk about feelings.
Hey, remember when you said this? I was just thinking about this.
Hey, did you take your melatonin? Are your eyes closed already? I think now is a good time for a therapy session. Okay. So before the break, I teased about Rob Saleh making his third appearance on the show
3 times in a row.
Well, to be fair to me, okay, last week wasn't my idea. You were the one who was like, I don't know what you're talking about. So I had to bring him up for that.
You didn't have to do that. You could have just been like, Judy,
I said
just
it was like
watch the episode. It's the first episode. First 10 minutes. Just turn it on.
You were just like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know if this was the last episode of the season or if there's going to be one more. But on the most recent episode, he put I want to say a PowerPoint presentation, but it kind of looked too shitty to be actual PowerPoint.
Okay.
Like I almost feel like he did it old school where he like had someone print out color projections and then put them on the projector as he was talking. I don't know. But he talked about there's 4 levels of a competitor. And he said some really compelling stuff, but I also feel like he got a little too caught up on needing there to be 4 or having to have this 4th category in there.
Okay.
So the 4 levels of the competitor are the lowest level, which is a survivor, right? This is anyone, they just do the bare minimum to get by. You know, they'll always take the easy way out, right? The next level is the contender. This is someone who will put in maximum effort, but only due to outside forces, money, fame, wanting to not get in trouble. Like the only time that you will get maximum effort out of them is when one of those things get threatened. Okay. Mm-hmm. The third one is a competitor. A competitor is someone who will always give their maximum amount of effort, no matter what the circumstances. They go in every day to be the best version of themselves. Okay.
Right.
And this is where I was like, I feel like he had 3 solid points.
Yeah.
And he was just like, I gotta get him with a 4th, though. Like, he's sitting there in the darkness in deep thought. He's like, I gotta get a 4th one.
Right. Yeah.
If I was an eagle flying up above the clouds.
Fucking eagle.
Killing the fuck out of a crow. Are you okay? Oh, she sounds so bad. I can't even yell at her. Like,
that's pretty bad.
Yeah, you can't, because you can't beat somebody. You can't beat a sick kid. No. Unfortunately, no. I think it builds character, but rules. Anyway.
Yeah. So the 4th category, or yeah.
The 4th category is commander. And a commander is, and this is damn near verbatim what he said. It's all the same things as a competitor, but they bring people with them.
Okay, yeah.
And so I feel like it's one of 2 things. Like, A, he was like, how do you be better than someone who's just trying to be the best all the time, right?
Right, yeah.
I feel like it was that. And then also I feel like he was going to be like, well, we need Aaron to really feel like he's something above everyone else.
Yep.
Right? Mm-hmm. It's got to be one, because it's just like, because I'm doing it. And like, honestly, the first 3, I was like, yeah, okay, I've seen that kind of person in the workplace. I've seen that kind of person in the workplace. I am that kind of person. You know what I'm talking about. And then that last one was just like, maybe he's talking about like they also impart their wisdom, but really, wouldn't you be doing that anyway if you're a competitor? Because maxing out your effort would also be maxing out your team.
Right.
All these things, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you lost it for me a little bit there. And then did you watch the actual shows?
Yeah.
You did? You're caught up too? Okay.
Yes. Yep.
I love how every time they do something spicy with Aaron Rodgers, they're also like, we got to make him look good. So like this week on the preseason, he gets hit by the guy and the guy's like, he's like, I don't know who you are. And the guy's like, I don't know who you are. And they cut his mic. You know, he was like, I'm motherfucking AR-12, bitch.
Right.
I got 2 MVPs in the last 5 years. I got a Super Bowl trophy. He lit him up like that.
I feel that they cut that short.
Some no-name second string D tackle out of Tuscaloosa State is going to put a forearm on Aaron Rodgers? I don't think so.
Right.
No. Damn sure. You heard everything right up until and then it was silent.
Well, I always think it's so weird to hear QBs like him. Who else were in previous? Like Stafford, or like it's weird hearing them cuss. And I don't know if it's just me. Like, I mean, he was throwing, like, Aaron Rodgers was throwing F-bombs. Like, he was like, fuck that, fuck this, fuck you. Like,
no, I get what you're saying. Because they normally come off so buttoned up, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing like, and I'm gonna bring him up again, but Nat Hackett, which I had a conversation with someone who knows some stuff about football, and I was 1,000%. He told me I was 1,000% correct. Okay, he was like, Nat Hackett never wanted to be in football. He wanted to do other stuff. And just like because he's so good at it, kept falling upward, essentially. Not failing, but falling because, and it's not his forte to be a coach by trade, blah, blah, blah. So I know stuff.
Thanks for,
Now, to be fair, this person may or may not have also got into an actual fight with me over some dumb football shit. But that's a story for another day. And you know what? I will tell that story. I will at some point.
Okay.
But not today. You're going to have to tune into another episode of a conversation.
Yeah. Someday.
Because right now we're talking about a coach that I forgot his goddamn name. Nathaniel Hackett. We're talking about Nathaniel Hackett.
Yeah.
The same thing. I do feel like he is somebody who doesn't normally, and I get with quarterbacks, they go through media training and we see them in all these press conferences, and that's why we don't associate it with that, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with Nat Hackett. He was a head coach last year of a terrible team, so he did a lot of fucking interviews, and you didn't hear fuck come out of his mouth one time, right?
Right.
But if you see him when he's doing his coach thing, it's like you're saying every third word out of his mouth is fuck. And he's like, you're doing this just to be relatable to the rest of the team. Right. That's all y'all say, apparently.
Yeah, exactly.
Anything could say is just fuck. And here's the thing. I've been in those rooms where people are talking or coaches are talking. And yeah, is there some fucks thrown? Now, I'm not talking about the practice field or when there's actual games being played. I'm talking about in meeting rooms.
Right. Yeah.
And is there a fuck here or a fuck there being thrown around? I hear a fuck, there a fuck, everywhere a fuck. Oh, okay. But it's not nearly as much as you would think it is on that show.
As they show, right?
It's like somebody walks up to the coach right before they start filming, like, all right, we got a quota. And if you don't fucking hit this fuck quota, my kids don't get to eat. And they hungry.
Exactly. Like it was it got to a point where I'm like, oh, like we should make this a drinking game, right? Like take a shot every time Aaron Rodgers says fuck on this
alcohol
episode.
Poisoning. That's how you just get alcohol poisoning, man.
I mean, we didn't do that. I was just saying it would be fun.
And also, okay, I get it. It's the first time we played preseason in forever, but like people made this seem like Jesus was coming to New York.
Yes.
You know why he hasn't had to play in the preseason in 8 years?
Because he's Aaron Rodgers.
Well, that's part of it, but also because he's been in systems like they've done the system around him.
Yeah,
they've drafted.
He was in Green Bay the whole time.
Yeah, they've drafted players around him, so he would know everything about everything on the team.
Right.
Does that mean he should have been skipping them? No, but it also means that preseason is not nearly as important. But for the first time you throw a ball in live action to be game one of a 17-week season, you need to get a little bit more. And I get it's only a couple series. You still need to get a little bit more chemistry with the rest of the team. Right. So for everyone, oh my God, first time. And everyone's suiting up. Everybody is suiting up on something.
I know. That was so weird.
Quinn's a good actor, though. Quinn Richardson is a great fucking. What you mean, everybody? Number 8? Oh!
Yeah, the hype men are pretty fun.
That man, I guarantee you, as soon as he retires, as long as nothing bad happens to him, as soon as he retires, he's going to get so much television money thrown at him. He is just walking personality.
Yeah.
I enjoyed watching that man eat shrimp. Good shit. Yes. All right. So he's going to be famous for being himself, and I am going to be famous for other things. I've come up with 2 new ways in which I would like to be famous.
All right.
I want to be just famous enough. You remember how I want to be famous enough so that I can get my picture on a wall at a deli?
Yes.
So I also want to be just famous enough so that when I go to a restaurant, they don't give me anything free, but they almost feel bad for me. So they let me get the employee discount. They're like, oh, we took a little bit off the top for you. You keep going. You stay in there.
You stay in there.
You keep that good fight of podcasting up, sir.
Right.
We appreciate everything that you've tried to do.
Okay.
Yeah, your $10.99 steak dinner is now only $8.37 after tax.
Okay. Sure.
Another way in which I would like to be famous, and this one if I can get this one to happen, oh, happy day. So you know how infomercials used to be a thing?
Yes, used to love them so much.
Right. So I want there to be a really, really shitty piece of merchandise, right?
Okay. Mhm.
Put it in the cooking atmosphere, put it in the fitness atmosphere, the lifestyle, whatever, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to be the person who hosts the infomercial.
Yeah.
I want to be the celebrity that comes out midway to tell you how great this product is.
Like the guest star.
Yeah, like halfway through the infomercial, and guess who's here? Ryan Harrison of A Conversation with Judy and Ryan fame. And I come out and I'm just like, yeah, this Pushmaster Toaster 724 is amazing. I use it every day. It's really changed my lifestyle. Oh, yeah? What are you up to now? Well, I'm in that's all the time we have, Ryan. Thanks for coming out.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I want to be famous enough that I'm the guest celebrity for the shittiest infomercial product. Like the stuff
man.
I want, and by shitty, I don't mean like it's just terrible. I mean like it's so terrible it couldn't even get a spot on Shark Tank. I want to like they couldn't get it on Shark Tank, so they're like, you know what? Screw it. I got $32. We're making a commercial tonight. Hey, podcast boy, come here.
Oh man, that was a good. Oh yeah, I love that. That was one. I think that's one of your best ones, honestly.
Thank you. Look, I think the more that you think about it, and the sadder it becomes about me going to an Applebee's and them feeling so bad for me that they're just like, hey, we know you came in for the early bird steak meal, but we're also going to give you a discount on top of that. Yeah. Thanks for not giving up at any point.
Thanks for pushing through,
Yeah. And then on the receipt, they circle the discount and put appreciate me.
Wow.
Done. See?
Done.
See, these are all bangers. If you just because you felt the same way about the deli picture at first. At first, I was like, I want to be a picture on a deli. You're just like, the fuck? And then then you let it go. You're like, oh, that is famously sad. Yes. Which, by the way, if you haven't realized, ways that I want to be famous, ways that I want to be famous is just how sad can I make fame sound?
Right.
Oh, she's got another one in there.
Oh, I did.
Got another one.
It didn't come out.
I love doing that to Alex, where she'll have a sneeze and I'll say something and it makes her sneeze go. She gets so pissed.
Okay, it's fine.
So, people, for anyone wondering, maybe I'm not the bad one. Maybe I just act out on this show as a cry for help. Remember that? Like maybe I'm just maybe maybe I'm happy. Maybe everything's great. And maybe you too can have a relationship like mine.
Blink twice if you need help. It's great.
Guess what? We're not going to tell you if I said I needed help or not. You're going to have to check out the YouTube channel for that.
Yes.
And possibly TikTok if I ever have to not stay in the bedroom with my lady friend. I don't know why I said it like that. I'm probably good. That's the one I'm actually going to get in trouble
lady
for.
Friend, what?
All this shit that I said tonight, like by the time she actually listens to the show, she'd have cooled off. But then what the fuck is a lady friend?
Lady friend, yeah. Okay.
I'm trying to look at all this stuff. So for anyone curious why I am not on my game, last week's episode is, like I told you earlier, a candle episode. This week's episode is an actual exhausted episode. I'm not tired, sleepy. I'm not sick. I just have zero energy. I've been going to the gym. That's probably part of it,
Okay. Yeah.
Gotta get them. I don't want to say gains because I'm not like lifting, but I gotta get the cardio in. Mostly I'm just trying to make it so that when I have sex, it's not 3.5 minutes and then I feel like I'm having a heart attack.
That's smart. Yeah.
Because like when I'm in that mode, I really don't have a second gear. I kind of just pedal to the metal. I don't mean to. I really don't mean to, but it's just like it's like the fat kid inside of me is like, bro, you never thought this would happen. Let's get every ounce of it that we can. And so I'm really trying to make it so that Alex doesn't have to feel like every time we have sex that she might need to call 911. I feel like that's really my only goal. That and so that I don't have to have a towel sarong. So I can have an actual towel, not just a sarong of a towel. And too much leg.
Right.
So I've been doing that. Yesterday though, I had one of those moments where I'm like, oh, why do people have to talk to me?
Right. Oh.
I'm at the gym, minding my own business. I just finished my cardio. So what I like to do is 30 minutes on the elliptical, and then I will go do some ab workouts. And then I'll go and finish up on the Stairmaster, right? Or if the Stairmaster is taken, I'll do the stationary bicycle, bicicleta, because I'm fluent in Spanish.
Yeah,
and I'm still offering Alex those courses anytime she wants. So I'm doing my abs, and I'm on the machine where you're laying flat on your back and you're crunching forward, right? But you're laying down. It's not the one where you're sitting and you crunch forward. Like you're laying down.
You're laying there, yes.
So I do it, and I do my 3 sets or whatever. And this guy comes over to me, and he's like, "You need to do that one." And he points to the machine that you sit and crunch. Okay. And he goes through all these things. He's like, "Yeah, I could do way more over there, and it's not as bad. That one hurts your lower back, right?" And I'm like, in my head. And this is hard for me because I was tired. But in my head, I'm like, no, because I know how to use the fucking machine properly. Right? I'm sorry. It's an ab machine. If an ab machine hurts your lower back in any way, you're doing it wrong. Yeah. So wrong. Okay?
Yeah.
Unless it's the ab machine that you're working your back muscles. Because it's weird. They put that one in the ab section, even though it's for your lower back. Anyway. So I'm like, no, my back's fine, probably, just lucky. I don't know. And then he's like, well, I can do so many more over there. I mean, that's the key is doing more. And I swear to God, I turned into Drewski in my head. What do you mean by that? I swear, I might have caught him looking at my stomach when he said it too. I might have. I don't, like I said, I was foggy because I'm so tired, but.
Right.
And it's just, why do people feel the need to turn in? Look,
Yeah,
you
I
look
don't.
great. I'm so glad that you decided to eat celery for lunch and then
Yeah.
a full just a steak for dinner, and that's it. And you
Mm.
had nothing but coffee and water in between. That's fabulous that you could live that boring ass, dumbass lifestyle.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I go to the gym, like I said, so I can be a better fucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, Judy, you hype me up.
You do that.
And I just like I don't understand. I don't understand why people, unless I am paying you for
Right.
fitness and or health advice,
Yes.
keep it to yourself.
Yes.
If you see me what's the best way? Like, because his point was originally was my his lower back or whatever, right? If I was holding my lower back afterwards, being like,
Yeah.
damn, that's some hard shit right there, man. I don't know if I should do it. First of all, he should have come over to me and slapped me in the fucking head and say, you're doing it wrong.
Right. Yeah.
Right. But in that scenario, okay, I can understand you coming over and saying something like, hey, it'd probably be better for you if you tried that one over there. I had the same issue, some shit like that.
All right. Not just, yeah,
Nah.
that's
People
weird.
people see that you a little chubby and they're like, oh,
No.
I'm a gift this person with my knowledge.
I'm surprised that no one has ever said anything to me at the gym. But I also go at like 6 a.m. So, people are still like half asleep, but I'm like, just don't leave. Maybe if I have that face, like leave me alone. I don't know.
No, so I will say the earlier you go, the less people talk. I go after
The early
work,
bird. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I deal with all the social people, I would say.
Yes, that's exactly social time.
Like I go at the time where like kids are there from school and so they're wearing fucking pajamas. I swear to God, you know what fucked? I'm so glad you brought this part up, okay? And by you, I mean me. I'm so glad. You know what really fucked up the gym? Because the gym used to be a place, like you said, you go, you work out, maybe you hit on a couple people because, like, they showing off their body, you showing off your body, okay, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But the advent of Tinder and Tinder pictures fucked up the gym. Okay. Because the gym used to be a place where you would go and maybe you wore like if you were a girl, you wore a cute workout outfit, right? Or if you were a guy, you wore a shirt that was cut all the way down, like it was just a sliver of fabric in the middle, right? Just a sliver of fabric in the middle, so you could technically say it's a shirt, but so it shows off your whole body, right?
Yeah.
But then Tinder came along, and people started having to be like, oh, I have to have a personality while I'm at the gym. So I'm going to start wearing fucking pajama bottoms. Or I'm that guy that has a whole ass school backpack. Or I wear a bucket hat. Like, we are not outside. You don't got to wear a bucket hat. Right?
I thought you were going somewhere different with this. But,
no, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So now, while I'm at the gym, it's just full of people that look like they should be at the park. Also, going to women, okay? How y'all gonna get upset with guys for looking when you got those fucking yoga, like, and there's a new breed of yoga pant. I'm sure you've seen this, Judy. But yoga pants in the day used to just make the ass look, right? It just made it look more apple, like where you want to take a bite out of it.
Right.
And now there's the new yoga pant in which you are essentially wearing a thong, but the thong is still in yoga pant form. So there's nothing to be desired or nothing left to the imagination, right? It is just all up in there. Yeah. And you see ass cheeks right in front of you. And you're going to tell me that you don't want guys looking at your ass? And then you do the stuff that makes the ass bigger, like all the workouts, right?
Oh yeah.
And I'm not saying
squats,
that. No. Forget squats. When you're getting ready, like you're oh, look right in my pelvic there. Right there. Yeah. It's nothing but things that are designed to get us men in trouble. And here I am on the elliptical, looking up to the sky, talking to God. I don't talk. Me and him don't really talk much, right? I'm looking at the sky, talking to God, like, man, I'm not strong enough to be able to fucking do this right now. If anything happens, I'm going to get in trouble. I can't. 28 minutes on the elliptical. Why'd you put her in front of me? She's doing... it's like an arrow right to it. Oh. And then I'm like, what if I close my eyes? Okay, eyes are closed. Oh shit, there's sweat. I can't. And now I'm in pain. Going to the gym is just a painful adventure for me now.
You know what's really funny about that is the way like my gym is set up. They put this, it's the hack squat like machine where like you're facing forward, but you're doing squats, so your ass is like facing outside, right? Mm-hmm. But they put this machine in front of a back machine, and the person who's using the back machine is facing. And so I always just feel so uncomfortable for any person, man or woman, that's using this back machine while I'm trying to like get my squats in, because I mean, all you see is ass. There's literally nothing else you can do. It's ass. So what I've done is... You should take a partition into the gym with you. Like you should just have one of those mobile partitions. You just set it up as you're getting ready to do your squats. And then when you're done, you just pack it up. Pack it up, right? No, but so what I've done is I'll time my set with their sets. So when they're re-racking their stuff, I'm doing my sets so they're not sitting there. And then when I start re-racking stuff, they're doing their sets. So it's worked out for me, but there's times where it doesn't. But still, I'm just like, who designed this for it to be like this? Don't you work out the company gym, right? Well, yes, but I also do have LA Fitness that I go to. So LA Fitness is what I go to in the morning. Okay. Yeah. Because I was like, damn, you're dedicated going to the gym early in the morning and then going right to it. No. But okay, if you're going to LA Fitness, that could be different. Yeah, LA Fitness is where I do all my heavy lifting weights, and then work gym at the office is more just cardio. Fair enough. Yeah. I wish I was able to have two gym lifestyle. You know, I don't have. I was talking to a customer at the Insurance Emporium. They had two gym lifestyle, but because they would have two separate gym memberships. And I kind of get it from one perspective, in which the gym that I go to is always super packed in the weight area. Yeah. Like there is always no place to go in the weight area. But I feel like the other place doesn't have a ton of people in the cardio area. So really, you're just wasting money at the first gym when really the second gym has everything that you would need. Yeah. I don't know. Look, people like to spend money on stupid things, man. I guess. Do you have a gym at your complex? Yeah. And, you know, it's probably great. I spent the first 2 years at this complex. I'm not even sure if I had the right key. Only amenity I've ever needed is the pool key. Okay. I spend $20 a month on a EOS fitness thing that I've used more than 11 times over the course of the last 3 years. So I feel like I'm getting my money's worth out of it. I don't need any stupid apartment gym to fill in any gaps. Who am I going to turn into? Jack LaLanne? You don't even know who that is, do you, Judy? Go Google it. Go learn something about a great American, Jack LaLanne. Fitness in his
500th year.
Okay.
Honestly, he was a fitness guru back in the day. Honestly, I bet you if you go Google him, you're gonna find some fucking infomercials that you're gonna love.
I probably will.
You probably Vitamixer. Oh yeah, get all the smooth. Oh shit, get all the smoothie goodness you want. I know. I said Vitamixer. My microphone was like, yes.
Yeah,
give it to me now. My great grandfather was a Vitamixer. He was a great machine.
Oh man, that's great.
Also, real quick before we go, I just want to say, ladies, y'all are doing it wrong. The toilet seat should be up. Now, if you don't live with a man, that's different.
Oh, okay.
But hear me out on this real quick. What's your number one complaint in the bathroom? And I'm going to answer for you, Judy, not because I don't think you have an answer, but we only got a couple minutes, and I actually like to hear you on this.
Yeah.
It's cleanliness, right? You want to keep it clean. You don't want all these fucking urine things happening, right?
Yeah.
You want to make sure that when you sit your sweet little asses down on that seat, you don't have to worry about it being infected with the dirty urine of a man.
Right.
So if that's the case, why wouldn't we just keep the toilet seat up all the time? Because guess what? If it's up, there's less chance of mess anywhere, right? Also, now you're going to say, well, Ryan, why can't you just raise it and then lower it down? That's fair, except for the fact that keeping the toilet seat up makes sure that everyone stays aware. Not just men, not just women, everyone. Men have to make sure that it's up so that we don't piss on the toilet seat. Or what actually happens a lot, where you pee into the toilet and it splashes, and then you have pee on the bottom of the toilet seat and on the rim of the toilet itself. You were wondering how the pee got there? That's how. I don't have a magic dick that shoves my urine in between the seat and the seal. What are you thinking? No, it's splashback. But now women have to be aware of what they're doing too. They have to consciously put it down so that they know they're not going to fall in. Because this stupid argument of, well, I've fallen in, so I can't ever let that happen again. Maybe if you paid attention, you wouldn't have fallen in the toilet. Judy, what do you have to say on this topic?
I keep the toilet seat down. I just don't understand why. Why do you, what's the need? It's always been. Why are we trying to change something when it's always been just keep the toilet seat down?
I'm trying to keep it so that we will make everyone as a society better. Ladies, you'll be happier because there will be less mess to clean up. Ladies, you'll also be happier because you'll have a better understanding of your surroundings. You know how when guys look at a pair of pants and we're like, yeah, we'll fit in that, and women have to take them home and try them on 37 different times to realize it? Guess what? It's your spatial awareness that doesn't work. Figure it out, and God damn it, put the toilet seat down. That's all we have for this week on A Conversation with Judy and Ryan. I love you all so much. I will see you next week. Remember to check us out on YouTube at TAPPOD.